This is MC Tone from the 757 Spin Number the Truth. Back to y'all with another video. And today it's my NFL team breakdown in terms of analysis, the games that went on yesterday. And it was a very compelling week, you know. The Cowboys and Seahawks game, it came down to the end. I think Dak at the end of the game took a bad sack and threw a bad interception where I thought he should have just thrown it away, and they would probably have one more time to score make a play to score the touchdown to tie the game, but that didn't happen. The Rams game and the Bills game was pretty good. Nick Foles replaced Mitch Trubisky. I think it was just the timing. Mitch played okay the first game, and I think him coming back with those 3 touchdown passes really saved him. But he didn't have too strong of a game last week. He had 2 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. It was okay, and I guess Nick Foles is his time to shine. They brought him in for a reason, and you just knew if Mitch Trubisky didn't come in and play good, that it was gonna happen. So let me get on with the video. I'm gonna start with the first. The first game is the Rams 32, Bills 35. Josh Allen, man, I think you can make an argument that he might be an MVP candidate. I think he's an MVP candidate. He's at least top 3 to me. His performance in the first 3 games is heavily considered. It should be heavily considered. He had a 5 touchdown game, 4 touchdowns passing, one touchdown running. The offense looks completely different with Stephon Diggs. That's such a huge pickup for them. To have like a solidified number 1 wide receiver in Stephon Diggs and what he brings to that team. And the Bills defense is good, so it feels like this team is great all around. It might be a dark horse Super Bowl team. You got to watch out for them because they might sneak up on teams on the playoffs. Nobody's talking about them. They're a very quiet team. This is a well-coached team, so don't sleep on them. You know, they're really good. So, yeah, Josh Allen did his thing. Jared Goff had 2 touchdown passes, but it came down to the end, and it was a pass interference. What can I say? It was the right call. The Rams just have to live with it. The Bears 30, the Falcons 26. The Falcons always manage to blow it. At the end, y'all were up by over 15 points, and y'all managed to come. The Bears managed to come back, replacing Mitch Trubisky with a Nick Foles who hasn't played a preseason game, who hasn't played a regular season game, through 3 touchdown passes. Man, Dan Quinn's time is like it's coming up in Atlanta. And this team, that's even more demoralizing to me, to give up 2 fourth-quarter leads in back-to-back games. Even though they didn't have Julio, Matt Ryan didn't really look good. They barely completed half his passes. What can I say, man? This team does not look good. Nick Foles had 180 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes. Allen Robinson 10 catches for 123 yards. This might be a different looking Bears team. They're 3-0, tied with the Packers for first in their division. And look at the Bears, man. Let's see what they can do with a Nick Foles led offense. Hopefully they can get the ball moving better with him under Nick Foles. They're going on with they're leaving Mitch Trubisky and going on with Nick Foles. You got Washington 20, the Cleveland Browns 34. The Cleveland Browns are 2-1. I think Kevin Stefanski has done a great job so far. Besides the first game, we finally know who the Browns are. Run the football with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, who are probably your best 2 players on offense. Baker Mayfield, let him make throws. Make these short throws on 3rd down, 2nd and short. We know what he is. He needs a strong run game right now behind him. He's not really athletic, but he can just do enough. Let's see if Kevin Stefanski can throw more at him as the season goes along, and hopefully he can build up his confidence and he can start being the number 1 pick that we thought he could be. Because I still think Baker Mayfield is talented, but we're just gonna have to see. And Dwayne Haskins, to me, man, I'm just wondering, what's his name? Alex Smith. Alex Smith is gonna be popping up, or Kyle Allen, because Dwayne Haskins has not been playing good these last 2 games, and even in the first game he was a little shaky with that win. But so it's really going to be interesting. Nick Chubb's had 108 yards rushing, Like I said, he's the best player on the team, probably the best running back in football right now, the way he's running that ball. And I just think this is a different Browns team. I think they can sneak in the playoffs, or even if the Ravens or Steelers mess up, they can slip up and win a division. You got the Titans 31 and the Vikings 30. Derrick Henry, man, you got to put him in an MVP. That's another MVP consideration you got to make. That team is 3-0 right now. Ryan Tannehill, even though he threw a pick, he still threw for over 300 yards passing. But that offense goes as far as Derrick Henry goes. Nobody seems like, he's a big dude. He's the type of dude that rolls forward for like 2 extra yards, even though you tackled him at the 10-yard for probably like 9. You stopped him 1 yard, but he rolls for another 2, so that's a 3-yard pickup. He's just hard to bring down, and he's definitely the motor of that. He's definitely the engine to that offense. Kirk Cousins, even though he threw 3 touchdown passes, if Dalvin Cook is not cooking, that offense does not look the same. And it's just wondering for a lot of these teams, are they going to move on from a Kirk Cousins? And he just not, the 0-3 start for the Vikings, it just looked like they might finish in the top 5 in the draft. The Raiders 20, the Patriots 36. Like I said, the Patriots, you can never count them out. Cam Newton, he's trying to prove people wrong. The Raiders defense has kind of been a little, to me, I thought they were going to be more improved, but they have not improved since last season. They can't get pressure on the quarterback, and they can't stop the run. And even though they had an interception, a turnover, the defense gave up 36 points and over 250 yards rushing, and that's not good. And like I said, the Patriots are still a good team. Sony Michel stepped out, 9 catches for 117 yards. They wanted to show love to James White and his family. Shout out to his family. I hope prayers go up to him and what's been happening with his family. But this is a Patriots team. Like I said, Bill Belichick is still the best coach in football. The defense played a lot better than what they did, but they were going against a Russell Wilson. So it's definitely good that the Patriots starting off a 2-1 season, because their schedule is going to start looking a little brutal. Derek Carr, he had a solid game though, 261 for 2 touchdowns, and Josh Jacobs 16 carries for 71 yards. And I'm just wondering, can Derek Carr take the team over his back when somebody like a Josh Jacobs is not clicking? So that's going to be definitely what we're going to have to find out going on with the Raiders. You got the 49ers 36 and the Giants 9. Daniel Jones didn't look pretty good today, or yesterday. He just wasn't clicking. The offense without Saquon Barkley still not as talented as what people think it is. The offensive line still needs a little bit of help. The defense is really not there. Nick Mullins put up 36 points with 343 yards and a touchdown. And, Kyle Shanahan, he still gets the job done no matter with who's at quarterback. And what he does for quarterbacks is amazing. And this is a Giants team that's still looking for themselves. They're probably going to finish in the top 10, top 5 again. And there's going to be questions around, especially in the New York market, Can someone like a Joe Judge and a Daniel Jones stand together? And that's going to be hard to find out, especially if they finish in the top 5 again. But this is Joe Judge's first year. This was just a bad loss to a better team, and people sleep. For all the injuries that San Francisco's has, they're still 2-1. And when they get healthy, teams better watch out. I know they lost Nick Bosa for a while. They lost Solomon Thomas. They're still a little banged up right now, but when they get healthy, this is going to be a dangerous team.